Motor Spirit is in Palm Beach, Florida for the annual Ferrari get-together Cavallino Classic. On the grounds of the Breakers Hotel, the anchor hotel to the resort city of Palm Beach. It goes back to the early 1900s and Henry M. Flagler, whose fortune benefited from the early days of Standard Oil. He brought the railroad to the coast of Florida, and that brought East Coast aristocracy, who built spectacular homes along the coast. The architecture is a mix of Federalist, Mediterranean villa, Spanish, plantation, and colonial looks. Worth Avenue is Palm Beach's equivalent to Rodeo Drive, with the usual suspects of luxury stores, although there are noticeable storefront vacancies cleverly disguised. Here at Cavallino, the most Ferrari faithful get together through driving tours, racing, and concours d'elegances. Go anywhere in the world and mention Ferrari, and they will know what you're talking about. Automobiles for the rich and famous. Automobiles fast and sound powerful with sensational looks. It's always been that way. In the beginning, Scuderia Ferrari was organized by Enzo Ferrari for wealthy Italian gentleman drivers. He first put his prancing horse on Alfas, like this one, that in the hands of Tazio Nurvolari won the 1935 German Grand Prix. Italian car, Italian driver, it irked the Third Reich, who was using motorsport as a propaganda tool. This is the car. On Saturday, it is a concours d'elegance exclusively for Ferraris. With the cars on display, this is more like Cars and Caviar than anything as pedestrian as Cars and Coffee.
Cavallino Classic here at the Breakers. Right here on the south side of the croquet court here, we're going to be giving out some trophies at 11 o'clock. We want all of our drivers.
For example, on Thursday was the opportunity to preview a 275 Nart Spider, one of 10. The same type of car in the Thomas Crown Affair, with Faye Dunaway sitting on the rear deck. By Saturday, there were 2 of them. A gaggle of 275 GTB coupes. You needed both hands to count them, and there was the obligatory barn find. Two racing GTOs, and many cars featured on the cover of Cavallino magazine. A car of quiet, sporty elegance is this not seen too often 1953 250 Vinali bodied Spider. Look at the interesting details. In the early 50s, Ferrari went to Alfredo Vinali in Turin for coach work, although soon afterward Ferrari would leave and begin his lifelong association with Pininfarina. Vinali closed their doors in 1973. From the breakers on Saturday, festivities moved down the road on Sunday to Mar-a-Lago. The property was built in the 1920s by Marjorie Merriweather Post of the Post cereals fortune. A lot of the same Ferraris from Saturday showed up along with other makes of classics, both in terms of cars and people. One gentleman came from Thailand just for this, and a couple formerly of Los Angeles, now living in Monaco, brought a Pininfarina custom-bodied Rolls-Royce. Many of the cars are familiar, popular classics, although not so for this Zagato-bodied Ferrari. At the breakers on Saturday, it took several awards, and justifiably. Zagato has a touch. Many of these people know one another from taking their special cars from one headline event to another. The atmosphere is convivial, and really, despite the setting, the feeling is no different than a bunch of early morning weekend enthusiasts getting together in some neighborhood shopping center.